Hi, I'm Katherine Murphy, the moderator for the League of Women Voters Candidate Interviews. I'm joined by Jeff Myers, who is running for Fire District 7, Commissioner 2. The ground rules for this event were shared earlier with the candidates and are posted in the description below. The interview consists of an opening statement followed by 3 questions and a closing statement. All candidates running for this position were invited to be interviewed. So let's get started. Jeff, you have 60 seconds for your opening remarks.
Thank you very much. I'm pleased to be here, and I'm looking forward to meeting as many residents and as this process goes on. So I am a retired public safety professional. My wife is a retired firefighter, and we are residents of Sky Meadows Ranch here in the District 7 Cle Elum area. So I look at bringing the district forward into creating a people first organization. A people first organization is one which values, first of all, the service to the community, the residents that we serve, as well as the people that serve the people. Our firefighters, our staff, our volunteers, and career firefighters. Second of all, accessibility and transparency is critical in all government functions, and that's no different with the fire district. Everything should be an open book. And third, strategic planning. A district has a significant budget and significant resources and significant duties that need to be outlined and clearly planned for with our growth and all the challenges that are coming for us in Upper County in a strategic plan.
Thank you. Here's the first question. Please describe Fire District 7's service area and what you see as the biggest challenge facing the district. You have 90 seconds.
So that is one of the issues that continues to challenge us in Upper County. District 7 is 126 square miles. It's served by 8 fire stations. It starts out bordering Easton to our west and all the way out to Liberty to our east. And so these areas are served by primarily volunteer stations. However, there is currently 1 staff station at Golf Course Road, Station 73, and a second station which will be staffed in the future, near future, 72. One of the concerns that I see is we have a huge assessed valuation, although a fairly small population, and the district needs to be prepared now and in the future to be able to protect the lives of our residents and our visitors in Upper County, as well as the property that they're responsible for within the district, which ironically is over $4 billion. We need to prepare for growth. We have seen the growth. It's a double-edged sword because as more growth happens, there's more demand for services, but there's also funding available to provide those services. And I believe the district is at the tipping point to grab all of those pieces together, be excellent neighbors and build relationships with our other Upper County districts and departments so we can continue to respond together, to assist each other together, to make sure that number 1 priority, the people and our residents are taken care of.
Thank you. The second question is, do you support the merger of Fire District 7 with Kittitas Valley Fire and Rescue? Why or why not? You have 90 seconds.
So this is a really interesting question. I was on the Citizen Advisory Panel 5 years ago, and the District 7 was in a different position than they are now. They had some budget challenges. They had funding, trying to keep on career firefighters. Fast forward now 5 years later, and the budget and the available revenues have quadrupled. That being said, what may have made sense 4 or 5 years ago to perhaps merge with another district that is very successful, has had some mergers of its own, creating Kittitas Valley Fire and Rescue, but it is 30 miles away. I have nothing against KVFR. They've done a great job and they're serving their community, but the needs and the demographics and the challenges of Upper County in District 7 are different. And those need to be accounted for. And I believe that before we worry about merging with a district so far away, that we need to take care of our own in-house needs and our own in-house growth and our own in-house capacity. And then we need to extend that to our Upper County neighbors. We need to build bridges. We need to build relationships. Although it's been said that no one in Upper County wants to consolidate and work in this manner, I have met with other leaders here, and that's not what's being said. It's just a matter of it has to be done correctly. And that would be my answer. If you're going to merge or you're going to consolidate, it has to be done correctly. And there has to be value that citizens receive in that merger.
Thank you. Here's our third question. How can the district attract and retain volunteer firefighters? You have 90 seconds.
That's a great question. It's really important to know that although District 7 does have career staff, this district cannot operate and will not function without our volunteers. Career staff are trained just as volunteers are trained. However, the only difference is that career staff are sleeping or at the station, so they're just at the truck or the engine a little bit faster. So the idea is to get somebody out there and to have those volunteers come in. So we have to have the volunteer contingent. My wife started her career as a volunteer before she went as a paid firefighter. So I understand directly the challenges of being a volunteer. It's very difficult to maintain your credentials, your training, your EMT certification as a volunteer in the state. So the district needs to make sure we remove any barriers from our volunteers from participating and getting the training they need to incentivize them for being valued. And it comes back to my first premise that I talked about earlier, creating a people-first organization. People-first organizations, it's never about the money. It's about value. It's about being empowered. It's about being appreciated for what you do. When a volunteer gets a tone at 3 a.m. and they think about, man, it's snowing outside, do I really want to go? They go because they care about the community. They need to be rewarded for that. And that starts at the top. That's the leadership set forth and demonstrated by the commissioners and expected of the command staff, the chief and the command staff that treat those volunteers as they should be treated, as everyone should be treated, as valued, important members of the district.
Thank you. And it's now time for your closing statement, and you have 60 seconds.
Thank you. I just want to thank people for spending the time to get to know the candidates better. This is a race that oftentimes people don't even know what a fire commissioner does. And so it's important to know that these are very big decisions that are made on your behalf. And it does involve, as mentioned in the opening, taxation as well as service. And I believe that the district is at a point where we've collected 6.9 million in revenue this last year. And the budget needs to reflect the service that people are expecting for those monies that they're paying as taxpayers, or we're collecting too much money. So I would like to see us commit those resources into improving and expanding our services across the entire district, working with our citizens to make sure that we're transparent and we understand what decisions are being made, and have a strategic plan to guide us in the future so that we know from year to year what is important, what's needed, and especially with equipment and facilities, because those are big ticket items. So I appreciate this time, and I ask for your vote this November.
Thank you, Jeff Myers, for participating in this interview and for offering to serve the community as Fire District 7 Commissioner 2. For those watching, remember to check votewa.gov to be sure that you are registered to vote. All interviews will be linked to the Kittitas County League's voter guide, which you can find at kittitasleague.org. Thank you for voting in this election and all elections.